Hey there beautiful makeup lovers, thanks for stopping by today and a warm welcome to this video where we're going to speak about the new Awakening collection from Lethal Cosmetics. They recently released 8 new shades, new eyeshadows, and I bought all of them as you can see. And what I want to do with you in this video is first I want to give you a little bit of info on those shades, the prices, etc. And this is also where you're gonna see the swatches of each of the new shades. And then I want to dedicate a part of this video to comparing these new shades to older shades in their collection, like that have already been part of their portfolio before. And I want to compare them a bit to give you a little bit of better understanding of how those shades might look like in case you already have those other shades in your collection. Then after that we're gonna do this look together, and afterwards I'm gonna wrap up this video with my first impression thoughts on this collection. Please keep in mind including this look, I only used this collection twice so far, so it's just gonna be a first impression thought section. It's not gonna be a very in-depth review, just to keep that in mind. Also, as always for this kind of videos, I'm going to leave you timestamps down below so you can find your way to the part of the video that interests you the most a little faster. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get started? Yes, let's get started. Okay, so let's do the info on these new little buggers here. This is a set that I bought. You can buy all these 8 new shades in a collection that's called the Awakening collection, which will cost you on the Lethal Cosmetics website €41.60. I'm always going to leave the prices in US dollar up here in the corner. I don't have them now in my mind, but I'm going to leave them for you there. And you can buy each of these shades individually as well for €6 each. So the pricing is like that. If you buy them together, you have like a discount of like 15% or something, rather than buying each of them individually. Personally, I bought mine off the website of their Spanish retailer, which is glamtown.es. I'm going to link the Lethal Cosmetics website and also the Spanish retailer down below so you can find your way easier to the collection in case you are interested in picking it up. And in general, Lethal Cosmetics, in case you don't know, is a brand that is based in Berlin, Germany. They are vegan and cruelty-free, and they sell single eyeshadows like those little beauties. You can also purchase this kind of magnetic palette from them, which is actually really cool. And also you can buy from them liquid lipsticks and glosses. That's what they have in their portfolio so far, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get to the actual shades. You know why we are all actually here. This is the collection, and as you can see it consists of 4 mattes, which are this color here, which is a yellow matte, more like of a sunflower yellow, and it's called Helios. Then you have here kind of a very red leaning brown. It's like a little bit of a brown touch. It's more a brown leaning red, I would say. That is called Cascade. Then you have this kind of like petrol shade, like teal shade, a bit deeper, which is called Petrichor. And then you have this really bright green, which is really of like a neutral green, I would say, which is called Void. And then you have 2 shimmers in here, which are like blank shimmers, like straight up shimmers, which are the colors Equinox, which is this kind of like bit dirty in a good way, gold. And then you have this shade here, which is called, I forgot, it's called Echo, which is kind of like an orange salmony shade, and it's also shimmer. I would say this one is more of a satin though, like I personally experienced it so far. And then you have 2 duochromes, which are the color Enigma, which has a hot pink base with a blue shift. And then you have here the color Aerial. I hope you say Aerial. I'm just gonna call it like this, which has kind of like a really blue base with a teal shift to it. So those are all the shades in the collection. I'm gonna insert you the swatches now, and I swatched out the colors for you from the left to the right, starting on the left with the color Void, which is the green matte. Then follows the color Equinox, which is the kind of good dirty gold. It's a shimmer. Then follows the color Aerial, which is the shimmer duochrome with the blue base and the teal shift. Then you have the color Cascade, which is the, you know, I don't know, red leaning brown or brown leaning red matte. Then you have the color Enigma, which is the shimmer duochrome, which has a hot pink base and a blue shift to it. Then you have the color Petrichor, which is the deeper teal matte. Then you have the color Echo, which is this kind of orange salmony shade, which is, in my opinion, more of a satin than a shimmer. And then you have the matte yellow of the collection, which is the color Helios. So these were all the swatches. I hope it gives you a better understanding of how those colors will look like. After seeing this, we're gonna jump now into the comparison part of this video, where we're gonna compare those shades with already existing shades of Lethal Cosmetics. Please keep in mind that in case you don't have any Lethal Cosmetics shades, you can check in the timestamps down below when the look actually starts, because maybe if you don't have any Lethal Cosmetics shades yet, a comparison is not that interesting for you. Anyway, let's do that. Okay, so the first color I want to compare is the color Equinox, which is the dirty yellow gold that they have in the new collection. And the only other gold I have from them is, or goldish shade, is this color, which is the color Symbiosis from their Hive collection. And if you put these two together, I think it's already pretty clear that those have nothing in common. This is more of a bronzy gold, while this is more of a yellow gold. So they are definitely not the same. I also swatched them out here for you. So in case you already have Symbiosis, I don't think you will have like a double shade at all in your collection if you buy Equinox. Okay, the next shade that I want to compare to already existing ones is the color Aerial, which is the teal blue duochrome of the bunch. And I have 3 other blue shimmers from them, which are the color Venom, Ascension, and Equilibrium. I hope you pronounce. This is a very strange shade name that I can never pronounce, so I'm just gonna call it like this. And if you now take our Aerial out of its little collection and you put it here with these blues, then you're gonna see that it kind of is similar maybe to these two here, but what I find what it really is actually that our Aerial is kind of a mix between Ascension and Venom, like a duochrome symbiosis of these two shades. I don't find it has anything in common with the color Equilibrium, so I feel that maybe if you have these two shades here, the color Venom and the color Ascension, you might find it slightly redundant. I personally don't. These are the swatches of all of them. So here you have the new one, Aerial, then you have here Ascension, Venom, and Equilibrium. And as you can see, this is really kind of like a mix between these two. If I'm holding it like this, it kind of resembles more the color Ascension, and if I'm holding it like that, it resembles more the color Venom. So maybe if you have these two shades, you can kind of guess what this color will look like if you buy it. Okay, so the next one that I want to compare, or the next two actually, are the color Helios, which is the yellow matte, and the color Void, which is the green matte. So these two are the only matte that could be similar to one of them is the color Relapse, which I have here. And if you put those together in the palette, you're gonna see that Helios is definitely like this one, Relapse, looks almost green next to it, because Helios definitely is a warm leaning yellow. And then you have, if you put the color Void in here, you can see that it's almost like is more of a true green than the color Relapse. So Relapse is kind of like a really yellow leaning green, kind of an acid green, I would say, while Void is a really true green. It doesn't lean warm, it doesn't lean cool. It's a really true green, actually really unique actually to my collection. And Helios definitely, I don't think you will think that this one is any kind of close to one of those two. And these are the swatches of them. So you have here is Void, then you have Helios, and here you have Relapse. So you can see they're definitely different shades. I don't know if you would need all of them, but I feel that they are all actually pretty unique shades. So I don't find that they kind of like dupe themselves there or anything. Okay, the next color that I want to compare is the color Cascade, which is this one. And I have like two shades where I found they might be similar to them, or where people would think they might be similar, which is the color Fahrenheit and the color Imago. And those are the ones where I think maybe people would think that they are similar. But I feel if you pop in Cascade with those here, you'd actually already see that this is not the case. Like Cascade is way more red toned, berry toned leaning, while Imago is like more of a true brown, and this one is more of this kind of burnt terracotta brown, I would say. Here are the swatches of them. So you have here the new one, Cascade, then you have here Fahrenheit, and then you have here Imago. So I think you can see that this one is definitely way more berry leaning than any of the other two. The next one that I want to speak about is the color Petrichor, which is this deep teal matte. And the only blue matte that they have so far in the collection before is the color Remedy, which is obviously not close to it in any way. I mean, they're the same color family, but if you have them together in here, this is Petrichor, this is Remedy, then you see they are not alike. I just wanted to compare them in here because I wanted to give you a better understanding of the color Petrichor. And this is how it looks like, and personally I'm really happy that they released Petrichor because I always was hoping to get a deeper blue to deepen up Remedy in my crease, so I'm really happy for that. So in case you have Remedy and you have the same dream like me, I think Petrichor works just beautiful for that. The last one of the new shades that I want to compare is the color Echo, which is this kind of satin orangey salmony shade. And I'm going to compare it to the color Backdrop, which is one of my absolute favorites from Lethal Cosmetics. And oops, I'm having already like shadows all over my fingers, I can tell you. So if you put these two together in the pan, you can in the palette, you can see that this one is definitely has more of this gold shift, is more of a almost a bit iridescent shade. It's more peachy, more corally, while this one has a way more orange pull to it. Let me show you the swatches. Okay, I forgot to do them actually, so I just had to do them now. So this is the new one, this is the color Echo, and this is the existing color Backdrop. And I think you can tell that they are not the same. Like this one is way more orange pulling than Backdrop. Backdrop is way more this corally shade. This one is way more orangey, and also the finish is pretty different. This one is more of a satin, I would say, while this one is definitely a foiled shimmer. These were all the comparisons that I wanted to do. I did not compare Enigma to anything because I just don't have yet, I feel, a pink based shimmer so far. So I didn't know what to compare it to, what would make sense, you know, it's like, you know. And yeah, the rest I think I all compared to something, so hopefully this gave you a little bit of a better understanding of how these shades will look like. And after these comparisons, let's now jump into this look, and afterwards we're gonna speak a little bit about my first impression with this little collection. I'm starting off the look with the color Helios, which is the yellow matte, and on a fluffy blending brush I'm putting it in the inner part of my crease, but I'm not pulling it out in my crease. Then I'm taking the color Void and I'm using this on the same brush, and I put it on the outer part of my crease where I didn't put Helios. Then I'm taking the color Petrichor and I'm using this on a smaller fluffy blending brush, and I'm deepening up my outer V with this color. I'm taking care that I don't pull it into the yellow. On a denser brush, I'm putting the color Petrichor as well on the outer part of my movable lid. Then I'm going into the color Enigma, and on a dampened brush I'm pulling it all over my lid, also on the part where I already put down the color Petrichor. Then with a dense brush I'm blending out the edges between the color Enigma and the color Helios in the crease. On my lower lash line I'm basically going to repeat what I did in my crease. I'm going to put the color Helios in the inner part of my lower lash line, and then I'm building up the outer part of my lower lash line with the color Void, which is the green matte. Finally, for the lower lash line, I'm deepening it up with the color Petrichor and kind of take care that I connect it nicely with the crease. Then I'm taking the color Afterglow, which is not part of this collection, but I use that one as an inner corner highlight, but it's also a Lethal Cosmetics shade. Then I'm taking the color Serene, which is also not part of this collection, but I use that one as a brow bone highlight. And after adding some liquid liner, some mascara, a pink eyeliner, and also a Lethal Cosmetics lip gloss in the color Solstice, this is the finished look. And I really liked how it turned out. The liner got a bit out of control, but I still like it. This is a close-up, so you can see a little bit better what is going on. Okay, so we did all the things that we said. We had the info, we had comparison swatches, we had this look. So now let's finally speak about our thoughts of this, or my thoughts, our thoughts. Well, I hope to hear your thoughts in the comments. And well, I personally did already 2 looks actually with this one. I wanted to leave you the one that I did off camera up here. So in this one I used actually the yellow in the crease together with, so Helios together in the crease with Cascade, and then I put all over my lid the color Echo, always having trouble remembering the name of Echo. So it was basically something of these 3 together on the lower lash line. I just repeated these 2 again, and I put in a little bit of the color Equinox as well together. I kind of mixed it on my lower lash line together with the color Cascade. In the inner corner I'm wearing their another shade is the color Nymph from their Hive collection, because this one doesn't really have an inner corner highlight. So I did 2 looks with this. I used almost all the shades so far except of this really beautiful duochrome actually, which is the color Ariel, but otherwise I used all the shades. Of course, it doesn't mean that I know now the best of how all of these shades work in different conditions and different techniques, but I have a first impression. And I gotta tell you that the mattes, I really like them, like especially the color Helios, and especially actually the color Void. Absolutely beautiful. I think Void is really beautiful, really pigmented, really smooth. I really liked it how it performed together today with the color Petrichor. Absolutely beautiful. I really like this one. Also the color Helios, really beautiful, performs really nicely. You do have to build it up a little bit more than the green, but this could also be because I have a pretty yellow undertone, so yellow shades are in general a little bit difficult for me to build up on myself. And also the color Cascade just worked beautifully, especially in this look where I used it in this kind of warm toned look that I just showed you. It worked so nicely together with Helios. They blended into each other with no big effort at all. So with the mattes I had a great experience. Also the color Equinox, as I used it on the lower lash line, I had no issue there. I used it dry and I didn't have any fallout, but I only used it on the lower lash line, so I don't know how it would perform on the movable lid yet. The color that I have today all over my lid is the color Enigma, and I really love how it looks. I really like how it is also in the outer corner layered over the color Petrichor, and it kind of becomes deeper, so it's definitely one that would work on its own like it does here in the first part, but if you layer it on top of others, it's kind of gonna pull a little bit different, which I really enjoy if you can use a duochrome in both ways. So that one was really beautiful. Yeah, I really like this one. The color Echo is that I had on all over my lid in the look that I showed you in the picture. And while I think it's a very beautiful color, I think it has more of this satin finish, and I wish it would be more of a foiled finish, because you do have to quite build it up to get opaque, like to get it opaque on your lid. And it's still, I mean, it went on fine. I don't think my lid is peeking through or anything, but you do have to build it up a little bit more. And I think it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful color, but I just wish it would be a more foiled shimmer. Just a personal preference. I don't know, some people like it if the shimmers are not that foiled. I also usually don't have a problem with this. I do like satin shades, but I wish it would be just a bit more opaque from the first application on, but you can build it up nicely. So maybe it's a little bit of, you know, being very petty here, but you know, I just wanted to share my thoughts. And yeah, so far I'm really happy. This one, I can only say it swatches really beautifully. It swatches really similar, like from the texture and how it feels, really similar to this one. So I don't expect to run into any major issues when I'm gonna use this one. I really want to do a look where I use the yellow in the crease and this one on the lid. That's definitely the next look that I'm going to do with this palette, or with this collection. And yeah, so the only thing, I wish that Helios would be more of a cool toned leaning yellow maybe. It's a beautiful warm yellow, don't get me wrong, I really like it, but I'm lately craving really cool toned yellows, and well, it's just like a little thing from my side, which obviously is not objective at all, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And yeah, so all over, I'm really happy I picked this up. I think this is definitely the Lethal Cosmetics formula quality that I know and love. If you are a little bit familiar with my channel, then you know I love Lethal Cosmetics. I have made like already 4 videos on them, and I'm gonna leave them actually linked down below in case you want to hear some more thoughts on other shades and on Lethal Cosmetics in general, because maybe you want to pick up some more shades together with these if you want to. So I'm gonna leave this for you linked down below. Yes, I'm happy with this collection. I think they did a great job with the colors. I think it's a really nice addition to their existing line that they already had. I felt that they did not dupe themselves in any way at all. Like sometimes when, you know, companies start to have a bigger portfolio, they start to have really redundant shades. I don't find this the case to be here with this collection, and that's also something really nice. I really like that. I think the price point is fair for being an indie brand. I love Lethal Cosmetics. I mean, I really do. I think they have something really great going. They have such a great brand aesthetic. They are also really lovely. I had to get in touch with the customer service twice for, I think I placed all together 4 orders for Lethal Cosmetics, 2 with Lethal Cosmetics and 2 with glamtown.es, their Spanish retailer. And the times I reached out to Lethal Cosmetics, they were always really attentive, super fast, super nice, honestly, like super nice. Like what, I'm gonna tell you this little story now, and if you don't want to hear it, just move a bit forward. But once when I picked up their Hive collection that I have here, actually my package got lost somehow, and I ordered it from their direct website, from the Lethal Cosmetics website, and I wrote them after a week. I see the tracking didn't move. I asked them like, hey, what's going on here? And they were like, we don't know, really, oh sorry. And I told them, you know, look, I'm gonna be in Berlin next week, maybe we can arrange something. And they were like, yeah, sure, like just tell me where to drop it off. And they actually came to the address and dropped off another collection, because the first one that I ordered got missing, which was so nice, honestly. That was so sweet, and something that you really cannot expect from a brand just per se, but absolutely lovely. Anyway, I wanted to share this little story because it shows that they are such a sweet brand also, you know, from the inside. Okay, so this is enough rambling from my side. This is their New Awakening collection. Don't forget that you find link down below the website in case you want to go quickly there. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you picked this up, if you're planning to pick this up, or if you have ever picked up anything from Lethal Cosmetics. Also, if you have questions to other shades from them and you're not so really sure about them, ask me. I have almost all the shades. I think I'm only missing 2 or 3. So if you have a question about a specific shade that you may want to throw in with the order when you order this, let me know in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions about that. So also, if you like this video, it would be awesome if you give it a thumbs up, and if you would consider subscribing to my channel, of course, that would be amazing as well. So we can chat in the next video as well. Bye bye!